Where did I stop yesterday? Advocacy and administrative arrangements for.
Morning, teacher.
Morning, Junior Sirisha.
Sorry, ma'am, I didn't see. I was putting my headset.
Ma'am,
That's what I think.
role of head of institution.
Yeah, that is what. One second. Hey, Shrika, light on. ಮೆಲ್ಲಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ರಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Okay, better. Please. No. Did you go through yesterday's topic? Be genuine when you say something. Wait, how many of you have gone through? Villera Leda, did you go through it or not? Just tell me. If you have not gone through, okay, no problem. Say the same answer. What happened?
No, ma'am.
You did not
have started writing.
Just had a glance, ma'am, that's it.
Yeah, Sirisha, you give me the feedback, okay? Whatever you have, okay, when you went through the textbook, what the matter when you went through it, and did you correlate it with what we have discussed the other day? Did you understand or not? I don't want to again.
Yes, ma'am. Like I have to give a guess, ma'am.
No. Give me yes or no answer. Did you follow it or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
It's
fine.
like when we are reading that, if we take social workers, then what you have said is like how they will come and they will work. No, ma'am. The same thing is written in the elaborated way. Like one line, they have taken 2-3 lines like that.
That's what. But at least you could make out actually what I
Yes,
was.
ma'am.
Okay, fine. It's more than sufficient. And how about others? Nikki?
No, ma'am. I was writing record.
No, man. Did you follow yesterday's topic?
Yes, I have completely followed, ma'am. Itinerant striked me, ma'am.
Okay, no problem. Okay. Then I'll start with the role of head of institution. Okay. See, whoever it may be the parent, it may be the class teacher, it may be the regular class teacher, or it may be the resource teacher or special educator or then itinerant, whoever it may be. All these people play an important role. But among all, the headmaster plays a very vital role in the success of inclusive education program because he is the one who is supposed to manage all the things. He is the one who is going to arrange all the facilities requirement. He is going to find out the different sources and the resources. See, running an institution is not an easy task. You should have each and everything according to the needs of the students. So that part of the work has to be managed by the head of the institution. Provides what happens is that when it comes to the generally head of the institution, the people have a different feeling that okay, he is the one who is in charge of the institution. He is the one actually who looks into each and every matter. Okay, whether it is the staff, whether it is the students, or whether it is the maintaining the rapport with the parent or maintaining the rapport with the society. So he is the one who looks into all the areas. He is the one who is going to look into the different. He is going to have the connection with the different organizations. Okay, and he is the one who comes to know what is required. Okay, what is required according to the needs of the children. So he plays a very vital role. When it comes to the inclusion institution, he plays a very vital role. నార్మల్ స్కూల్ ఉన్నప్పుడు ఏంటంటే ప్రతి స్కూల్స్ ఏవి ఉంటాయో అవన్నీ ఉండాలి అని జనరల్లీ అందరికీ తెలుస్తుంది. కానీ ఇంక్లూజన్ వాళ్ళకి ఏంటంటే డిపెండింగ్ అపాన్ ద నీడ్స్, డిపెండింగ్ అపాన్ ద డిసబిలిటీ ఆఫ్ ద చిల్డ్రన్, ద రిక్వైర్మెంట్ షుడ్ బి అరేంజ్డ్. అసలు ఇన్ కేస్ ఆఫ్ డిసబిలిటీ, ద ఇంక్లూజన్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్ లో డిసబిలిటీ ఎక్కువ కేసెస్ ఉంది, కొంచెం సివియర్ మైల్డ్ అవన్నీ ఉన్నాయంటే కంపల్సరీ మనకు రిసోర్స్ రూమ్ ఉండాలి, రిసోర్స్ టీచర్ ఉండాలి. ఓకే, రిసోర్స్ టీచర్ ఉండాలి, క్యాలిబర్ రిసోర్స్ టీచర్ ఉండాలి, ఎడ్యుకేషనల్ ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ కండక్ట్ చేయాలి, దెన్ స్పెషల్ ఎడ్యుకేటర్ రావాలి. ఇవన్నీ అరేంజ్మెంట్స్, ఆల్ దీస్ అరేంజ్మెంట్స్ హ్యాస్ టు బి మేనేజ్డ్ బై ద హెడ్ ఆఫ్ ద ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్. ఓకే, సో ద ఫస్ట్ అండ్ ఫార్మోస్ట్ ఐ సెడ్ నా every person whoever is associated with the school plays a very vital role. Among all, the head of the institution plays a very vital role because underneath many things come. Okay, he is whole and so responsible for managing many things, like looking after the needs of the students, looking after the requirements of the teachers, staff. He is going to maintain what is a good rapport or a good relation with the society, with the parents and different organizations. And he is the one who is going to utilize the funds in a proper way. So we can say that he is a man playing different roles. Okay, now. And what is the first and foremost thing he is supposed to do as the head of the institution when it comes to the inclusion in the institution? That he is supposed to organize the educational program for the staff with the help of the. See, what happens is that sometimes people name it in Navama. We are for the past many years we have been into this profession. See, what happens is that there is no growth in our we don't have any exposure towards the innovative methods and all those things. So once in a while, we might have observed that we do have the orientation program, we do have the workshops, we do have the seminars which is conducted by the professionals who are very good into it. So generally what happens when we happen to visit such seminars or the workshops, generally whatever the exposure we have, whatever the perception we have, and that perception, I don't say that may be wrong, but we come to know the different things which we may not be aware. So అందుకని ఏంటంటే the head of the institution, it is his duty to arrange the educational programs to the staff so that the staff gets good exposure regarding the betterment of the disabled children. Did you get my point? Did you get my point?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, here head of that institution we can take principal or management, ma'am?
Head of the institution, the principal, headmaster.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Management comes up. Management అంటేనే ఇప్పుడు management అంటే ఇప్పుడు what is that like we have teachers తర్వాత we have the other people whoever is related in the institution. So అంటే like we CEO, chairman అలా ఉంటుంది కదా. అంటే ఒక స్కూల్ కి హెడ్ మాస్టర్ హిమ్సెల్ఫ్ ఈస్ ద హెడ్ ఆఫ్ ద ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్. ఓకే
ఓకే ఓకే మ్యామ్.
లైక్ ఇప్పుడు మన కాలేజ్ కి ఎవరు హెడ్ ఆఫ్ ద ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్? ఇప్పుడు నార్మల్ గా కాలేజ్ కి హెడ్ ఆఫ్ ద ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్ ఏంటి? ఎవరు? ప్రిన్సిపల్. కానీ ఓవరాల్ ఎవరు ఉంటారు? ఓవరాల్ ఎవరు? చైర్మన్ సార్. బట్ డూ యూ థింక్ దట్ ద చైర్మన్ ఇస్ గోయింగ్ టు అరేంజ్ ఆల్ దీస్ థింగ్స్ ఫర్ ద స్టాఫ్?
No, ma'am.
అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఎవరు కన్సర్న్ ఉన్నారు వాళ్ళకి మనం హెడ్ ఆఫ్ ద ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్. నా ఇప్పుడు ఒక స్కూల్ ఇప్పుడు అలా చూస్తే డిఓ వస్తారు, ఈజ్ అబౌవ్ అవర్ హెడ్ మాస్టర్. సో ఇప్పుడు మనం స్కూల్స్ లో ఎడ్యుకేషన్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ వచ్చినప్పుడు వాళ్ళు దే ఆర్ సుపీరియర్ టు ద హెడ్ మాస్టర్స్. అలాంటి వాళ్ళని మనం కన్సిడర్ చేయాలి. కానీ ఇప్పుడు ఏంటంటే స్కూల్ కి ఎవరు హెడ్, ఎవరు చూసుకుంటున్నారు, వాళ్ళకి ఏం కావాలని చూసుకున్న వాళ్ళు ఈజ్ ద హెడ్ మాస్టర్, హెడ్ ఆఫ్ ద ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్. So definitely head of the institution ante the headmaster or the principal. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Now first one ఏంటంటే educational programs arrange చేయాలి for the staff of the institution with the help of the professionals. అంటే already I have told you, people who are very good at in this area అంటే regarding this educational programs for disabled children, వాళ్ళని the headmaster is going to invite to the school so that awareness can be brought among the staff. Okay, staff people should come to know regarding the latest techniques and the methods that can be used for the betterment of the disabled children. And also what happens, some I said the regular teachers will not be having that much of idea regarding the strategies and the methods or the techniques to teach the disabled children. So for that purpose, the educational programs will be conducted by the head of the institution. And also what happens, regular meetings will be done with the regular teachers. And once in a week or once in 15 days, meetings will be held with the regular teachers so that they'll come to know about the inclusive programs for the betterment of the children. And sometimes regular teachers may not have the complete idea. సో మీటింగ్స్ లో ఏంటంటే ఎలా చెప్తే బాగుంటుంది, ఏం చెప్తే బాగుంటుంది అంటే కొలాబరేటివ్ వాళ్ళు డిస్కషన్ చేసుకుంటారు. సో రెగ్యులర్ మీటింగ్స్ విల్ బి కండక్టెడ్ బై ద హెడ్ ఆఫ్ ద ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్ విత్ ద రెగ్యులర్ టీచర్స్ ఫర్ ద ఇంక్లూజివ్ ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ టు క్లియర్ దే డౌట్స్. ఇప్పుడు నేను చెప్తున్నా కదా, ఇప్పుడు we people are going to have or reflective reading, do you have any doubts? Now EPC, do you have any doubts? what is this, all these things we are conducting. Once in a while orientation ఉంటుంది, తర్వాత ఇవన్నీ. So why do we conduct all such things? So that whatever the doubts you have, you can clear up those doubts. In the same manner, meetings will be conducted by the head of the institution with the regular teachers, so that if they have any doubt regarding the inclusive programs, they can get it clarified through the head of the institution. Okay. See, now in case and head of the institution is the whole and sole person who is responsible to see what type of curriculum will be there, what type of curriculum should be prepared, and what type of curriculum adjustment, what type of workload, what type of teaching materials are required, and what type of how many, whether the staff is sufficient or not, and what should be the procedure for the evaluation. Evaluation procedure also will be set by the what is that head of the institution. Okay, involving agencies and personnel from other sectors. Okay, so instead of teachers giving their perception, and sometimes regular teachers can't idea on it. So even the other people, they do come and they do have what is that guide the regular teachers. So even that arrangement will be done by the head of the institution. Okay, so now look here. Prepare children with assistance from the staff through visits from special schools, discussion the achievements of the distinguished disabled children, and conduct the games, role play. So what happens? Here? The different school. What happens? Visits from special schools, discuss the achievements of the distinguished disabled persons, and conduct simulation. So even here, what happens? It is a duty of the head of the institution to prepare the children for different types of achievement. Achievement goals. Okay, and games, role play. Even with the help of the staff, it is the duty of the head of the institution to prepare all those things. So here, head of the institution should not discriminate between the normal and the disabled children. So whatever the facilities are there for the normal children, he should see that apart from those facilities, many more facilities should be given to the disabled children, so that they should be equally treated as one along with the non-disabled children. అంటే జనరల్లీ డిసేబుల్ చిల్డ్రన్ వాళ్ళకి ఏంటంటే కొన్ని ఫెసిలిటీస్ అవసరం ఉంటాయి, కొన్ని రిక్వైర్మెంట్స్ అవసరం ఉంటాయి. సో apart from normal facilities what we people are giving to the non-disabled children, it is the duty of the head of the institution to see that what extra requirements, what extra facilities, and what extra teaching materials are required for the disabled children, so that they get good education. So even head of the institution has to see all the provide all the facilities, and he has to fulfill the requirements according to the needs of the students. సో తర్వాత ఏంటంటే ఇప్పుడు హెడ్ ఆఫ్ ద ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్ ఇప్పుడు నార్మల్ చిల్డ్రన్ కి మనం మానిటర్ చేయొచ్చు, అసెస్మెంట్ చేయొచ్చు, కానీ డిసేబుల్ చిల్డ్రన్ కి ఏంటంటే మానిటర్ చేయడం చాలా కష్టం. మానిటర్ అంటే ఏంటి, అసలు ఏంటి, వెదర్ ద ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఇస్ అంటే వెదర్ ఎనీ వెదర్ ద స్టూడెంట్స్ ఆర్ ఏబుల్ టు ఫాలో ద టీచింగ్, ఆర్ వెదర్ ద స్టూడెంట్స్ ఆర్ ఏబుల్ టు ఫాలో the strategy which is being used by the teacher. Do they need any special requirements? Do they need any extra facilities? So all these things should be observed by the head of the institution, and according to the needs of the students, he has to facilitate. Okay. Now head of the institution is a key for establishing links with the other agencies. He should sensitize regular teachers to prepare them for the extended role to educate children with disabilities along with. So head of the institution అనేది ఇప్పుడు నేను మీకు ఏదైనా చెప్తున్నప్పుడు, now for example here many students are there who were regular and few students they will not be regular. So what happens is that as your teacher, I have to see that I don't give importance only to the regular students, but I equally give importance to the students who were not that regular to the classes. దానివల్ల ఏమవుతుందంటే, so generally the students, those who were not attending classes all these days due to some genuine reasons or personal reasons, they get motivated. అంటే ఏంటి, even though we are not the part of this regularly we don't attend, we are being given importance. In the same manner, head of the institution ఏం చేయాలి అంటే, వాళ్ళకి నార్మల్ స్టూడెంట్స్ కి ఎంత ఇంపార్టెన్స్ ఇస్తారో, ఈవెన్ డిసేబుల్ చిల్డ్రన్ ని కూడా అలాగే ఇంపార్టెన్స్ ఇచ్చి వాళ్ళని మోటివేట్ చేసి వాళ్ళల్లో వాట్ ఈస్ దట్ he has to inculcate that their disability is not a major problem. They can overcome the disability and they too can lead an independent life. Such motivation, that such encouragement words from the head of the institution will boost the confidence among the disabled children. Did you get my point? And head of the institution plays a very, very vital role. A head of the institution, if he encourages and motivates the teachers, okay, teachers, then definitely the teacher, they try their best to do their best. And in the same manner, if the teachers support the children, disabled children and the non-disabled children, then the motivation words from the teacher will boost the confidence among the students, and definitely you could see the outcome would be in a different way. Do you agree or not?
Yes, ma'am.
ఇప్పుడు మీరు ఇంట్లో కూడా పిల్లల్ని ఇంట్లో మీరు మోటివేట్ చేయండి, పిల్లల్ని ఇలా చేయండి అలా చేయండి అని చెప్పి కొంచెం అఫ్కోర్స్ మనం తిడతాము, మనం కొడతాము, వాట్ ఎవర్ ఇట్ మే బి, sometimes we do shun them, we do ban them, but at the same time you see that when you tell them, when you understand their mentality, when you know actually in what way can we guide them, so if you come to know that and if you actually guide them in the same way what you people are planning, you see that you observe some change in your child's attitude and behavior, and definitely you could see the positive outcome. In the same manner, when the students get motivated from the teachers and when the teachers get motivated from the head of the institution, definitely it would be a successful inclusive education. Any doubts regarding this?
No, ma'am.
Okay, fine. మళ్ళీ నేను ఎక్కడ చెప్తానని నో అన్నావా శిరీష?
లేదు మ్యామ్, కామన్ గా అది ఎక్కడైనా ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేస్తే విల్ గెట్ సక్సెస్. దట్ ఈస్ కామన్ టాస్క్. దట్స్ వాట్ ఐఎమ్ సేయింగ్. మనం పిల్లలు పెద్దలు ఎవరైనా ఇఫ్ యు గెట్ మోటివేటెడ్ విల్ వర్క్ మోర్ ఆర్ విల్ డూ మోర్.
అంటే ఏంటి, జనరల్లీ ఎవరైనా ఉండొచ్చు. ఇప్పుడు నేను శ్రీష విల్ నాట్ బ్యాన్ హర్ కిడ్స్ డెఫినెట్లీ, కానీ ఒక్కొక్కసారి ఏమవుతుందంటే ప్రతిసారి తిట్టడం, ప్రతిసారి కొట్టడం విల్ నాట్ వర్క్. అది మీకు అనిపిస్తుంది కొడితే పని అవుతుంది, తిడితే పని అవుతుంది, కానీ కాదు. అది పక్కన పెట్టేసి మనం whether it is a teacher, whether it is a parent or whether it is a head of the institution, first and foremost thing, inclusive program success kavali ante every person whoever is in the field, okay, related to this field should have lots and lots of patience, and definitely at the end of the day patience pays. మనకైనా అంతే పేషెన్స్ ఉండాలి. ఇప్పుడు when we are dealing with the children we should have lots of patience. చెప్పడం చాలా ఈజీ, కానీ పిల్లలు కూడా దానికి ఏంటంటే పాజిటివ్ గా మనం ఇచ్చేయాలి. మై సన్ ఈస్ లుకింగ్ ఎట్ మీ దట్ ఐఎమ్ సేయింగ్ దిస్ because I don't have that much of patience. Okay, fine. Now yeah, this is about the head of the institution. Now the next topic what we are going to discuss is family support and involvement for children, involvement for inclusion. అదిలో ఒక టాపిక్ ఉంది, I'll tell you later, ఎందుకంటే ఇది కొంచెం సుత్త టాపిక్ ఉంది. ఓకే, now this is actually continuous వచ్చేస్తుంది. హెడ్ ఆఫ్ ది ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్ ఏంటి, ఓకే, మనం తర్వాత అడ్వొకసీ అంటే ఏంటి, role of head of the institution we have discussed. Okay, then only one point, the thing which I have left is components of inclusive classrooms and school. Okay, something, it's not, I don't say that it's not important, definitely it is also important, but I will not take today. I'll take what is family support and the involvement for inclusion. Okay, is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, see, I say now generally mother is the first teacher. Mother is the first teacher and family is the first school to every child, whether he is abled or disabled.
Yes, ma'am.
Family is a place where the child is born, and definitely family and not only the parents but also all the people who are one way or the other way related to the child. So it will be in the form, if a family and what is in the family, do you think that a mother, father and a son is a family? Of course it is a family, but apart from that, actually family, I said family is the first school to every child, whether the child is non-disabled or disabled. Okay, so family is the place where the child is born, he gets connected, he could see the people in and around. When a child is born, he could see few people in and around, and when he observes the people, generally what he develops a rapport, he develops a connectivity with the people in and around him. So who all will be there generally? It may be the siblings, it may be the grandparents, it may be the uncles, aunts, okay, then doctors and any other who comes into contact with the child. మీరు చూసారు, I mean, now when we people are living in a society, when in case if you happen to live in a joint family, you have good number of what is that, members in the family. So one way or the other way, you are going to get connected to the family members. And let me tell you, family, as I said, family is the first school to the child, every child. డిసేబుల్డ్ ఉందని, నాన్ డిసేబుల్డ్ ఉందని. సో మనం ఏంటంటే నేర్చుకునేది ఇప్పుడు మీరు ఎలా ఉన్నారు, మీ యాటిట్యూడ్ ఎలా ఉంది, మీ బిహేవియర్ ఎలా ఉంది. జస్ట్ ఇఫ్ యూ హ్యాపన్ టు కమ్ అక్రాస్ అ పర్టికులర్ చైల్డ్, ఇఫ్ హీ ఈస్ బోర్న్ అండ్ బ్రాట్ అప్ ఇన్ అ వెరీ గుడ్ ఫ్యామిలీ విత్ వెరీ గుడ్ వాట్ ఈస్ దట్ values and ethics. So you don't have to go to his family, you don't have to go and meet his family members, because that child himself will be the reflection of the family. No?
Yes ma'am.
ఇప్పుడు ఒక అబ్బాయిని చూసి వాళ్ళు ఎలా, ఆ అబ్బాయి మాట్లాడే తీరు, అబ్బాయి లాంగ్వేజ్, అండ్ యాటిట్యూడ్ అండ్ బిహేవియర్ చూసి ఏంటంటే, బికాస్ యాక్చువల్లీ అవన్నీ మనం చెప్పకుండా what happens is that he already has learned, and from where did he learn all those things? He has learned from his family members and from the society in which he is staying, where he is staying. Now let me tell you, not only the family teaches a child, but also the society, the members with whom he is related, one way or the other way. అందుకే మనం మంచి సొసైటీలో ఉండాలి, పాష్ సొసైటీలో ఉండాలి, ఆల్ ఎడ్యుకేటెడ్ సొసైటీలో ఉండాలి. ఎందుకంటే పిల్లలు స్కూల్లో నేర్చుకుంటారు, ఫ్యామిలీ ద్వారా నేర్చుకుంటారు, అండ్ ఈవెన్ ద సొసైటీ టీచర్స్ దెమ్. ఫర్ దట్ పర్పస్ ఎవ్రీ పేరెంట్ tries to see that their children are brought up in a very good society. What do you mean by society? Society ante like we have this what is that? This only society.
We can call it as community also. Right?
Yeah, community. And ఇప్పుడు మాది I radio colony society. ఇప్పుడు see in and around what now the families where we are staying in and around, definitely my child is going to have the impact. అంతే కదా. ఇప్పుడు 24 hours my child will not be at home, he has to go outside. Now in case when he goes outside, he interacts with his friends. If his friends are good in the sense, if he has certain values, if he has ethics, and if he is brought up in a very good manner, definitely the same thing will be observed by my child. And even that is a part, that is also he is going to learn through friends. అంటే ఒక అబ్బాయి కానీ అమ్మాయి కానీ he is going to learn through his family members, he is going to learn through his community, and he is going to learn through his peer group in the school. So అందుకని మనం ఏంటంటే every parent tries to see that the child is born and brought up in a very good society, and he gets education from very good school, and we stay in a very good community. అవునా కదా? Why people are behind?
Yes ma'am.
People are behind this gated community, because from gated communities you have all the facilities. Posh people will be there, culture will be good. No, completely low class people will not be there, so that you don't have the, and every society, every what is it, whether it is a good posh society or a low society, whatever it may be, every society has got plus and minus, positive and pros ఉంటుంది, కాన్స్ ఉంటుంది. సో అలాగే ఇప్పుడు ఏంటంటే ఇక్కడ మనం ఫ్యామిలీ ప్లేస్ అన్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ రోల్ ఫర్ ద ఓవరాల్ డెవలప్మెంట్ ఆఫ్ ద చైల్డ్, irrespective of whether the child is handicapped or non-handicapped, or whether the child is abled or non-disabled, okay, disabled or abled, whatever it may be. And family plays an important role for the overall development of the child. Okay, so generally ఇప్పుడు ఏంటంటే నార్మల్ గా పేరెంట్స్ ప్లే an important role. Parents play a very important role when it is related to the education of the child or overall development of the child. So first and foremost thing, if the child is normal, if the child is non-disabled, okay, so the parents, they don't have to pay that much attention as the parents for the disabled child. అర్థమైందా? నేను ఇక్కడ చెప్పడం ఏంటంటే, పేరెంట్స్ కి నార్మల్ చైల్డ్ కి అటెన్షన్ కొంచెం తక్కువ ఇచ్చినా నడుస్తుంది, కానీ అదే డిసేబుల్డ్ చైల్డ్ ఉంటే ద పేరెంట్స్ హ్యావ్ టు పే మోర్ అటెన్షన్, హ్యావ్ టు మానిటర్ ద చైల్డ్ ఎవ్రీ మూమెంట్. because since he is disabled. Say yes or no.
Yes, ma'am.
How about others? Even others try to give response, Baba, so that that will motivate me. Responses from the students will motivate the teachers. నేను చెప్తున్నా అనిపిస్తుంది. నేను చెప్పేది ప్రాక్టికల్ మీరు as soon as I say something, they have to start imagining. What did I say? The parents, they have to be attentive, whether disabled or non-disabled. But what did I say? In case of the parents whose children are normal, the parents have to pay little attention. Whereas in case of the disabled children, the parents have to monitor the child every moment.
Yes, ma'am.
ఎందుకంటే ఇక్కడ మనం ఎడ్యుకేషన్ అవన్నీ ఇక్కడ నార్మల్ పిల్లలకి మనం కొంచెం మానిటర్ చేసినా వీ కెన్ కమ్ టు నో వాట్ ఈస్ హ్యాపెనింగ్. వేర్ ఇన్ కేస్ ఆఫ్ ద డిసేబుల్ చైల్డ్ మనం అలా అంటే పేరెంట్స్ ఏంటంటే నోయింగ్లీ ఉండొచ్చు అన్నోయింగ్లీ దే కీప్ ఆన్ మానిటరింగ్ ద ప్రోగ్రెస్ ఇన్ ద చైల్డ్. అంటే డిసెబిలిటీ ఫ్యాక్టర్ తక్కువ అవుతుందా ఎక్కువ అవుతుందా వాళ్ళది ఏంటంటే వాళ్ళు చాలా దే బి వెరీ ఫోకస్డ్ ఆన్ దర్ కిడ్స్. అంటే దే వుడ్ లైక్ టు సీ ఇఫ్ ఎనీథింగ్ ఇస్ దేర్, అంటే ఏదైనా పాజిటివ్ జరుగుతుందా నెగిటివ్ జరుగుతుందా, సో దట్ దే హ్యావ్ కంప్లీట్ అప్డేట్ రిగార్డింగ్ ద ప్రోగ్రెస్ ఆఫ్ ద చైల్డ్. Even the normal parents also will have it, but generally what happens, the disabled children parents will be more, their focus would be more on their kids. So when it comes to the inclusive children, inclusive institution lo, when it comes to the parents of the disabled children, what is their goal? That is what actually ఒక inclusive program success అవ్వాలి అంటే head of the institution ఎంత మేజర్ రోల్ they play. Then the regular teachers కానీ రిసోర్స్ టీచర్ కానీ స్పెషల్ ఎడ్యుకేటర్ కానీ ఇతర సోషల్ వర్కర్ వీళ్ళందరూ ఎంత ఇంపార్టెంట్, అలాగే పేరెంట్స్ కూడా అంతే ఇంపార్టెంట్. Because few things which will not be observed by the teachers will be observed by the parents, and few things which will not be observed by the parents will be observed by the teachers. So the parents play a very vital role. And what happens is that sometimes why the child is unable to give proper outcome, why we are unable to get the proper outcome, the reason the teachers may not be able to understand. And at that time, if the parents maintain good rapport with the teacher, then the family background, the family atmosphere will also play a vital role in the education of the disabled children. ఒక్కొక్కసారి ఏంటంటే మీరందరూ ఇప్పుడు క్లాస్ రూమ్స్ లో చాలా బాగా అటెంటివ్ ఉంటారు, రెస్పాన్స్ ఇస్తారు, దెన్ ఈవెన్ యూ అండర్స్టాండ్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్. బట్ వెన్ వీ హ్యాపెన్ టు గివ్ యూ అన్ అసైన్మెంట్, వెన్ వీ గివ్ యూ సమ్ వర్క్, దెన్ afterwards what happens, you may not be able to complete the work. అంటే ఏంటి, మీకు ఇంట్లో కొన్ని ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఉంటాయి. సో ఇప్పుడు మీకు నార్మల్ చిల్డ్రన్ కి అయితే పెద్ద ఇష్యూ ఉండదు, కానీ పిల్లల్లో ఏంటి ఇంటికి వెళ్ళిన తర్వాత కూడా what support we are giving the kids at school, if the same support is given at home, then you could see that the outcome among the disabled children will be excellent. Parents also should come to know, parents also should play a vital role in teaching their kids. Okay. So
Yes, ma'am.
ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే there are parents involvement or home school collaboration for solving the problems. There are 5 types of parents. Parents కూడా 5 types ఉంటారు. ఇప్పుడు మీరే ఉన్నారు. ఓకే, కొంతమంది మీరు రెగ్యులర్లీ విల్ బి టచ్ విత్ ద స్కూల్ టీచర్స్. ఓకే, కొంతమంది ఏంటంటే ఓన్లీ ఓవర్ ద ఫోన్, కొంతమంది ఏంటంటే మీరు అక్కడ వెళ్ళి పర్సనల్లీ యూ డూ టేక్ పార్ట్, యూ విల్ బి వెరీ యాక్టివ్ ఇన్ ఈచ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీ ప్రోగ్రామ్, యూ విల్ బి అండ్ ఈవెన్ సమ్టైమ్స్ యూ విల్ బి గైడింగ్ దిస్, అంటే ఇఫ్ యూ హ్యావ్ అ గుడ్ ఐడియా. సో అంటే ఇప్పుడు మనలోనే పేరెంట్స్ లోనే వీ హ్యావ్ డిఫరెంట్ కేటగిరీస్. కొంతమంది ఏంటంటే ఓన్లీ డ్యూరింగ్ రిపోర్ట్ కార్డ్స్ వీ గో వాళ్ళ పేరు, కొంతమంది రెగ్యులర్ గా టచ్ లో ఉంటారు, కొంతమంది ఏంటంటే hyper active with in the school administration and the teachers. So in the same manner we have 5 kinds of parents when it comes to the what is that inclusive education and inclusive program. Some few parents ఏంటంటే they look after the health of the child, okay, and they give all the necessary things looking after the safety of the child, and they make the child ready to face the school by giving them by giving exposure to all the things that he happens to face in the school. అర్థమైంది అంటే ఇప్పుడు మీరు ఇప్పుడు నార్మల్ చిల్డ్రన్ ఇప్పుడు చూడమ్మా మీరు మనం ఏం చేస్తామంటే ఇప్పుడు 3 years కి పంపించాలని ఉంటుంది. సో 3 years కానీ ఒక్కొక్కసారి ఏమవుతుందంటే బికాస్ ఆఫ్ సమ్ ప్రాబ్లమ్ మనం 4 years పంపిస్తాం, 5 years పంపిస్తాం. సో మీరు పిల్లలకి రైమ్స్ అని ఏబిసిడీలు అని మనం ఇంట్లో కొంచెం వి స్టార్ట్ టెల్లింగ్ ద చిల్డ్రన్ ఇన్ ద సేమ్ మేనర్ నార్మల్ చిల్డ్రన్ చెప్తున్నాను నేను కదా. సో ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే ఇంక్లూజివ్ గురించి చెప్పేటప్పుడు ఏంటంటే కొంతమంది పేరెంట్స్ ఏం చేస్తారంటే పిల్లలకి రైట్ ఫ్రమ్ ద డే వన్ సిన్స్ దే నో దట్ ద చైల్డ్ ఇస్ డిసేబుల్డ్, they see that the child actually is supposed to learn, he is supposed to go to school, he is supposed to enter the school premises. So before going to the school, the parents themselves prepare the child by giving them by what is that అంటే they make the child ready by giving them the foundation. అంటే స్కూల్లో ఇలా ఉంటుంది, స్కూల్ ఇలా ఉంటుంది అంటే ఆల్ ద థింగ్స్ విచ్ హీ సపోజ్ టు గెట్ ఎక్స్పోజర్ ఇన్ ద స్కూల్, దట్ మాక్ గా ఆ అట్మాస్ఫియర్ ని ఇంట్లో క్రియేట్ చేసి అవన్నీ బిగినింగ్ ఏంటి ఎలా ఉంటుంది, ఎలా ఫేస్ చేయాల్సి వస్తుంది, హౌ యూ సపోజ్ టు డూ ఎవ్రీథింగ్ విల్ బి ప్రిపేర్డ్ బై ద పేరెంట్ ఎట్ హోమ్, సో దట్ the parents make the child ready to face the school before he actually enters, and the child will have a complete idea what the school will be, what type of atmosphere the school is going to have. Anedi already he has an idea. How come he has an idea? Because the parents make the child ready for the school atmosphere and all the regarding the safety measures and regarding the building, the kind of home, everything will be done. Everything will be done by the parent. So here such parents will have very little contact with the school. In the beginning, every disabled children parents ఏం చేస్తారంటే స్కూల్ పిల్లలు చాలా అంటే వాళ్ళకి ఫియర్ ఉంటుంది, ఫియర్ ఫ్యాక్టర్ ఉంటుంది పేరెంట్స్ కి, పిల్లలకి స్కూల్ పంపిస్తే ఎలా అని. సో వాళ్ళు ఏం చేస్తారు, స్కూల్లో ఏం నేర్పిస్తారు, ఎలా నేర్పిస్తారు, ప్రతిదీ ఏంటంటే ఇంట్లోనే అట్మాస్ఫియర్ ఒక రకంగా క్రియేట్ చేసి పిల్లలకి చెప్పడం అదంతా. సో దట్ when they get the confidence that the child can face the school atmosphere, at that time they will send the school. Did you get my point? This is one type of parent. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
అంటే అక్కడ the why the parent, now just tell me why the parents why few parents will not be willing to send their kids to the child and a disabled child.
Because of the fear of getting discriminated, ma'am, and not treated as they wish their children should be treated, like how they treated the home.
That's what చిన్న పిల్లలు వాళ్ళని అంటే small kids will not come to know about the disability. Grown up children they know, they do take care of the disabled children. Small children they may not be able to take care. For that purpose they take all the safety measures, they give all the precautions regarding the safety measures to the child, so that he himself has to look after him in school. So when they get the confidence that the child can look after himself in the school, at that time they send the child to the school. Okay, and they give all the basic foundation regarding the education will be given by the parents. This is one kind of parent. Then sometimes what happens, the parents will not be in touch with the school. Okay, school they will have only minimum contact. Second type of parent, I said na, second type of parent is a parent who does not have complete contact with the school people. Okay, hardly during the school is going to have contact with the parent, or the parent contacts the school authorities only during the report card session. Okay, the school communicates with parents about school programs, sends out report cards and so on. Kontamandi entante parents only what is today we are going to have the teachers day, we are going to have the annual day, only that intimation will be sent by the school authorities to the parents, and only during the meetings. Okay, PTA, parents teacher meetings, and other times the parents will not be in contact with the school, or the school will not be in contact with the parents. So this is the second category of parent. One parent looking after the child very well, and hardly they have contact with the school. only when the child goes to school at that time. Rest of the things will be managed by the parent. That is first type of parent, and we have discussed. And second type of parent ఏంటంటే that the parent will not be in touch with the school authorities, and even the school authorities will not be in touch with the parents. The school authorities will send regarding some programs that are going to take place in the school, and also only during the meetings, a report card session. Even the parents will not be in touch with the school. Okay, this is the second type of parent. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
ఎప్పుడో సంవత్సరాలు once in 3 months or once in 6 months, okay, yearly twice or thrice they come to school regarding to check the progress of the students. And even the parents, the school authorities will not be that they will not be eager to meet the parents. So అలా కూడా ఉంటుంది. So this is the second category of parent. And the third category of parents ఎలా ఉంటారంటే టీచర్స్ దగ్గర వెళ్ళి టీచర్స్ కి హెల్ప్ చేసి in attending the functions. Okay, they join activities at school by assisting the teacher and attending the function. Some parents, they are hyperactive. Okay, hyperactive, and they do take part. They will be they will be attending the functions, and they'll help the teachers. Okay, in conducting the programs, and also they do attend the functions. Some parents కొంచెం educated ఉన్న వాళ్ళు, కొంచెం exposure ఉన్న వాళ్ళు, social awareness ఉన్న వాళ్ళు ఏం చేస్తారంటే స్కూల్స్ కి వెళ్ళి టీచర్స్ కి హెల్ప్ చేస్తూ వాళ్ళు ఫంక్షన్స్ అటెండ్ చేస్తారు. సో అంటే ఫంక్షన్స్ అంటే దే విల్ బి అ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద ఫంక్షన్స్. సో దిస్ ఈస్ ద థర్డ్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ పేరెంట్ వీ హ్యావ్. ఓకే, సో fourth type of parents is that parents participate in learning activities at home. For example, they initiate learning activities or monitor completion of the school work. అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే fourth type of parent, whatever the work has been assigned to the child by the teacher will be monitored by the parents. Learning outcomes ఎంతవరకు వస్తుంది, what are the teaching strategies, what are the teaching materials are used by the teacher, that will be monitored by the parents. And the parents, it is a responsibility of the parents to see that their child complete the work on time. ఇప్పుడు మనం చేసినట్లమ్మా, ఇప్పుడు మనకు ప్రాజెక్ట్స్ వర్క్స్ ఇస్తారు, మన పిల్లలకి ప్రాజెక్ట్ వర్క్స్ ఇస్తారు. సో మనం ఏం చేస్తాము, ఆ ప్రాజెక్ట్స్ వర్క్స్ our kids are going to do it, but even we are going to monitor whether the child is doing it or not. In the same manner, fourth category of parent ఏంటంటే they participate in the learning activities at home. For example, they initiate learning activities or monitor completion of the school work. And fourth type of parents are just like us. Whatever the work has been assigned to the child by the teacher, the parent is going to monitor, and also sometimes the parent is going to guide them how to complete the work. And in completion of the work, she is going to help the child out. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇప్పుడు మీ పిల్లలకి ఏదైనా ప్రాజెక్ట్ ఇచ్చారనుకోండి, అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఏం చెప్పారు, ఒక ప్రాబ్లం ఇచ్చారు, ఏదో ఒక ఎక్స్పెరిమెంట్ ఇచ్చారు, ఏదైనా వాట్ ఎవర్ మేబీ ద టాస్క్ ఆర్ అసైన్మెంట్ హాస్ బీన్ గివెన్ టు యువర్ చైల్డ్. Sometimes it so happens that at that time your child may not be that attentive in the class, so she may not be able to follow actually how to complete that particular assignment. In that case, what happens, in case if you have any idea regarding that particular task, okay, which has been given to your daughter or son, so you take the initiative, okay, and the same manner you try to guide your child, okay, and you help the child in completion of the work. And this is what, అంటే జనరల్లీ ఇప్పుడు మనం ఎలా చేస్తున్నామో, జనరల్లీ this is what we people are doing it. In the same manner, in inclusive program also, some parents, they do take the initiative and they do take part in the completion of the homework given by the teacher to the students. That is the fourth type of parent. And sometimes some parents who are highly educated, who belong to some educational department, or who are well aware of all the educational programs, they see that they plan the activities and policy matters at school, including parent teacher association, advocacy group. Ante kontamandi entante, you might have observed that sometimes in very good schools, in the management, or sometimes even the parents of the children studying in that school will be the part of the management. Do you accept it or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
అంటే ఇప్పుడు అందరినీ తీసుకోరు, కానీ who are very good at organizing things, who have very good idea, who have social exposure, who have experience in the educational department, వాళ్ళని ఏం చేస్తారంటే మేనేజ్మెంట్ లో పెట్టు అంటే దే విల్ బి పార్ట్ అండ్ పార్సల్ ఆఫ్ ద మేనేజ్మెంట్. వై డు యూ థింక్ ద స్కూల్ అథారిటీస్ విల్ కీప్ సచ్ పేరెంట్స్ యాజ్ అ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద మేనేజ్మెంట్? బికాస్ in future, if any educational programs are will be in case if they are conducted in the school, okay, in case if any exposure is required, the experience and the knowledge such parents have that can be utilized by the management. Understood? నేను చెప్పింది అర్థమైందా? పేరెంట్స్ ఒక్కొక్కసారి మేనేజ్మెంట్ లో కొన్ని ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్స్ మంచి ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్స్ ఏం చేస్తాయంటే హైలీ ఎడ్యుకేటెడ్ పేరెంట్స్, కొంచెం ఎడ్యుకేషన్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ లో వర్క్ చేసిన వాళ్ళ పేరెంట్స్ ని దే మేక్ అ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద మేనేజ్మెంట్ సో దట్ దే కెన్ గైడ్ అదర్ పీపుల్, దే కెన్ గివ్ దర్ అడ్వైస్, దే కెన్ కౌన్సిల్. అంటే ఇవన్నీ ఏంటంటే దే హెల్ప్ టు ఫర్ ద డెవలప్మెంట్ ఆఫ్ ద స్కూల్. ఓకే, so that they get this is they have very good exposure, they have abundant experience in the field, so they would be able to guide and they can conduct the programs and they know how to organize the programs. So their experience, their talent, okay, their exposure can be used for the betterment of the school. Understood? So 5 types of parents will be there. So overall we five types of parents అని మీరు అక్కడ మెన్షన్ చేయకుండా మనకు తెలిసిపోతుంది. కొంతమంది పేరెంట్స్ they don't want their children to they don't want their small kids to go to the school, disabled children, they will not send it at the early stage. So early education will be given by the parents. So they have less communication with the school. Some parents will be not at all in touch with the school, only during the programs and during the taking the reports. But some schools will be helping the teachers, and some schools will help the students to complete. Some parents they help the students to complete the homework at home, and some parents they guide the school authorities, they help the teachers in conducting programs, in planning the activities, in arranging the meetings and all. So 5 types of parents. Did you follow?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. So next, all parents will not be uneducated, all parents will not be educated. So sometimes some parents they will be ante vallaku their view, their thinking, their perception would be very different. Okay, you might have come across some parents actually they are so well versed, they are so highly educated that even some parents can take the role of counselors for the differently abled children. ఇప్పుడు మీలోనే మీరు ఉన్నారు, మీలో ఏం టాలెంట్ ఉందని ఐడియా ఉండదు. ఓకే, మీరు మంచిగా ఇప్పుడు మీకు నా ఇఫ్ ఆఫ్టర్ ద కంప్లీషన్ ఆఫ్ ద బిఎడ్ ఇఫ్ యూ గెట్ గుడ్ ఎక్స్పోజర్ అండ్ ఇఫ్ యూ హ్యాపన్ టు get a job in very good what is that institution, you see that exposure మీకు ఇప్పుడు ఉండే ఎక్స్పోజర్. ఇప్పుడు నేను ఎక్స్పోజర్ అనేది ఏముంటుందంటే అమ్మా ఇది మినిమం మీకు బేసిక్. ఇది బిఎడ్ అనేది దిస్ ఇస్ అ మినిమం క్వాలిఫికేషన్ యూ నీడ్ టు ఎంటర్ ద పర్టికులర్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్ అండ్ రెస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద థింగ్ యూ ఆర్ సపోజ్ టు డూ ఆన్ యువర్ ఓన్. If you happen to join any good institution, that exposure, that experiences, that surroundings will teach you many things. అంటే మీకు కొన్ని few things which you might have not thought, few things which you might have not actually observed, that you can see. అంటే ఏమవుతుందంటే మీరు ఇప్పుడు మీ వనస్థలిపురం, since you people are staying in Vanasthali, most of you are staying in Vanasthalipuram, we in and around what is happening in the Vanasthalipuram area, we have only that much of exposure. But when we happen to go out, you will come to know actually what the society is. We know only Vanasthalipuram society. Okay, but what the society is actually ఎలా ఉంటుంది అనేది ఆ ఎక్స్పోజర్ కావాలి అంటే జనరల్లీ ఏంటంటే when you happen to move away from the society, you come to know what the society lies outside the society, outside your society.
Yes, ma'am.
I can write it on a plain paper that students studying in the normal school, okay, education would be same, but the exposure the child gets in the school differs from one school to the other school. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
ఇప్పుడు దిల్షుక్ నగర్ నేను ఏ కాలేజ్ కానీ ఏ స్కూల్ ని డిస్క్రిమినేట్ చేయడం లేదు. దిల్షుక్ నగర్ వరకు చదివిన పిల్లలకి ఇంకా హ్యాబిట్స్, అమీర్పేట, సో సిలబస్ సేమ్ ఉంటుంది, కరికులం సేమ్ ఉంటుంది, కానీ అక్కడ పిల్లలు కంపేర్ చేసి మన పిల్లలు కంపేర్ చేస్తే, చిన్న పిల్లలు కంపేర్ చేస్తే యూ కుడ్ సీ సమ్ గుడ్ డిఫరెన్స్. వై? వాట్ ఈస్ ద రీజన్?
Locality, exposure, everything, ma'am.
ఇంకా
Parental exposure, parental guidance, and the people with whom they communicate or be with would also differ. And sometimes it happens like they have students from other regions also. Not local students, they might have people coming from different regions or parts of the country, so they can interact with them, and the exposure they get also will be different.
And apart from that, the teachers, those who are teaching in those schools, definitely will come from different atmosphere, and they do have good exposures. If the curriculum, let me tell you, only having a good curriculum will not help the students to get the required outcomes. The teacher who is teaching the curriculum should be well aware of the curriculum, then only you can get the required outcomes from the students.
Yes, ma'am.
కరికులం అందరికి సేమ్ ఉంటుంది. ఎల్బీ నగర్ కి సేమ్ ఉంటుంది, అమీర్పేట్ కి సేమ్ ఉంటుంది.
Good morning, ma'am.
మార్నింగ్ ఉషా. కరికులం సేమ్ ఉంటుంది, బట్ స్టిల్ యూ కుడ్ సీ a good difference between a child who has studied in Dilshad Nagar and who has studied in Ameerpet or whatever it may be. Okay.
Ma'am, many times curriculum also differ, no ma'am, because when we speak about curriculum, extracurricular activities and other activities also included, right? So
Yes.
for different subjects also these days, I think the music, the abacus classes and all, so that also would differ, no ma'am.
Yeah, that also would differ. Even if the same curriculum is there, you could see a good difference between the child who has studied at the local level and the child who has studied at the city level. In what means, see, to teach a particular curriculum, the teaching learning materials, the strategies, the exposure which is used by the teacher would differ. ఇప్పుడు నేను చెప్తున్నాను, అదే ఇప్పుడు సేమ్ థింగ్ ఇప్పుడు నేను చెప్పేది ఇలా చెప్తున్నాను. ఓకే, definitely when you happen to come across a teacher who has more experience than me, who has very good exposure more than me, what I have, okay, even since I have only this exposure, కానీ మీరు సిటీ లెవెల్లో, యూనివర్సిటీ లెవెల్లో వెళ్ళారంటే వాళ్ళు చెప్పే తీరు వేరే ఉంటుంది, వాళ్ళు ఇచ్చే ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ వేరే ఉంటుంది, టీచింగ్ లెర్నింగ్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్సెస్ వేరే ఉంటుంది, అండ్ డెఫినెట్లీ ఆ ఎక్స్పోజర్ వేరే ఉంటుంది, ఈ ఎక్స్పోజర్ వేరే ఉంటుంది, అండ్ డెఫినెట్లీ దట్ వుడ్ బి బెటర్ కంపేర్ టు దిస్. అలాగే ఇప్పుడు ఏంటంటే అందుకే ఏంటి వాట్ వీఆర్ టెలింగ్, sometimes the parents who have got good exposure, good knowledge, abundant experience will be a part of the management, so that they can guide the teachers well, so that the learning outcomes and whatever the teaching learning process or the programs which are conducted in the school would be successful. Ee point enduku ochindi, sometimes the parents will be highly educated, but they will not be actually interested in do any of the jobs. At that time, what we are supposed to take their services and we have to include them as a part of our management, so that whatever the knowledge they have, whatever the experience they have, whatever the exposure they have, that can be useful, that can be used for the betterment of the school. Athana?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, yes.
మీరు గెస్ట్ లెక్చరర్స్ ఇన్ కేస్ ఇఫ్ యూ వన్, అంటే ఇప్పుడు మనం ఇప్పుడు కాదు కానీ ఏమంటారు, డ్యూరింగ్ యూర్ కాలేజ్ డేస్ యూ మట్ హావ్ కమ్ అక్రాస్ గెస్ట్ లెక్చరర్స్, అండ్ జనరల్లీ లెట్ మీ టెల్ యూ, గెస్ట్ లెక్చరర్స్ విల్ బి మోస్ట్లీ ద రిటైర్డ్ పీపుల్. అంటే ఏంటి, వాళ్ళ సర్వీస్ అయిన తర్వాత సిన్స్ దే హ్యావ్ గాట్ గుడ్ ఎక్స్పోజర్, సో మనకి ఈవెన్ సమ్టైమ్స్ ఒక్కొక్కసారి మనం ఉండే సొసైటీ, ఇట్ ఈస్ సొసైటీలో ఎవరైనా హైలీ ఎడ్యుకేటెడ్ ఉన్నారు అండ్ ఇఫ్ దే బిలాంగ్ టు సమ్ ఎడ్యుకేషనల్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ ఆర్ ఎనీ అదర్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్, if their services can be utilized for the betterment of the students. Okay, if any scientist is there, any if a person, what is that, so whatever the field he has, if he is very good at it, his services can be utilized for the betterment of the students. అంటే వాళ్ళ గురించి అది ఏంటి, ఎలా ఉంటుంది అనేది చెప్పడానికి గెస్ట్ లెక్చర్ లాగా మనం వాళ్ళ నాలెడ్జ్ ని మనం we can utilize that knowledge for the betterment of the school. Okay, now first one I said, parents can serve as counselors for the differently abled children. Some parents can help the teachers to identify the marginalized groups. What do you mean by marginalized group?
disadvantaged groups.
Okay. Then even the parents can help in monitoring. Okay, the parents can help. What is it? Supplement school activities, provide help in doing homework, and compensate for lack of family support. Okay, some parents. Neighborhood association should make premises available. Okay, even some parents, actually what happens, non-government organizations should be empowered to take the responsibility for the programs of education and okay, sorry. Parents can act as co-educator for educating the exceptional children. What do you mean by co-educators?
Other teachers, ma'am, maybe the resource teachers and the teachers.
Yeah, no. Co-educator means apart from the regular teacher, even parents can come and they can teach. They can help the teacher. So co-educator ante they'll also be in the same classroom as regular teachers. Okay, sometimes the parent acts as social agents in working with the government agencies for claiming the rights. So even some parents, if they have got good exposure, if they have got good knowledge, even they can work as a social agents in help in making the students to get all the facilities. Okay, and all the sources and the resources from the government. And one social agent, they work as a social agent in order to they try to see that they get all the benefits from the government agencies. Whatever the students have the right, and disabled children have certain rights. Okay, few rights, few facilities have been provided by the government. In case if the facilities that are provided by the government are not feasible to the children, disabled children, then at times the parents acts as a social agent and they see that whatever the facilities are provided by the government for the disabled children, that are reached to the disabled children. అంటే ఏంటి ఇక్కడ ఇన్ కేస్ ఫెసిలిటీస్ లేవు వీళ్ళకు, అంటే వీళ్ళకు ఆ ఫెసిలిటీస్ అంటే అందకపోతే, if they have not received all the facilities that are supposed to be received by them from the government, then at times the parents act as a social agent, mediator. They ask the government to give all the necessary aids for the betterment of the disabled children, since they have the right. Disabled children వాళ్ళకు కొన్ని రైట్స్ ఉన్నాయి that are set by the government. In case of the disabled children, if they don't get all the facilities and all the then all the sources, then sometimes the parents act as the social agent, as a mediator between the government and the children. Okay. Now, parents sometimes talk to the employers for employing the differently able children in their organization. Who is employers?
Management, school management, ma'am.
అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఏంటంటే ఫ్యూ పేరెంట్స్ ఏం చేస్తారంటే ఎడ్యుకేషన్ తర్వాత వాళ్ళు ఏం చేస్తారంటే ఎంప్లాయర్స్ ఏదైనా ఆర్గనైజేషన్, ఇన్ కేస్ ఇఫ్ ద చైల్డ్ డిసేబుల్డ్ చైల్డ్ వాంట్స్ టు వర్క్ ఇన్ an organization, so the parents they do go, I'm telling you about the different roles played by the parents. So I said that the parents can act as a co-educator, the parents can act as a social agent, and sometimes the parents they do talk with the manager or the higher level of the organization so that the disabled child gets a job in their organization. So the parents act as a mediator between the management of the organization and the student. Did you get my point? అర్థమైందా లేదా?
Yes, ma'am.
అంటే ఇప్పుడు differently abled child ఉంది. In case if the child wants to join in an organization, so the organization actually they will not take initiative in helping the child. So what happens at that time? The parent will work as a mediator between the management of the organization and the disabled child, and the parents see that the differently abled child gets a job in the organization. అంటే ఇక్కడ parents help the child to get a job in the organization. So even that role will be played by the parents. Okay, can talk to the employers for employing the differently abled in their organization. Okay. So and sometimes parents ఇప్పుడు మనం అనుకుంటాం, so sometimes the parents who have got very good exposure, they describe. ఇప్పుడు నేను మీరు రాశారు కదా మా ఇంక్లూజివ్ లో యూ హ్యావ్ గివెన్ అసైన్మెంట్స్ రిలేటెడ్ టు different people, even though they are differently able, how they have achieved, how they have reached their goal. So in the same manner, few parents who are aware of all those people who have achieved, even though they were differently able, so how they have achieved success in their life. So sometimes the parents do conduct programs and they do talk about the success of the differently able children, okay, and what problems they faced to achieve that goal. All those things will be discussed by the programs, by the parents in the educational programs. So for educating the public on matters dealing with the disabilities. So few parents who know about the disabilities, okay, who know about the what is that how regarding the people who have achieved success in their life even though they were disabled. So what happens, they guide and they take out the phobia and they take out the feelings from the parents of the disabled children by telling them the success stories of the disabled people who have achieved success in their life and what sort of problems they have faced and how they have overcome those problems. All those things will be taught and kadu will be expressed by the parents to the parents whose children are disabled. Am I confusing you?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
అంటే ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే వీళ్ళు కొంతమంది పేరెంట్స్ కి ఏంటి, మై చైల్డ్ ఇస్ డిసేబుల్డ్, వాట్ విల్ హీ డూ, వాట్ విల్ హీ బీ ఇన్ హిస్ లైఫ్, హౌ హిస్ లైఫ్ విల్ బి, వాట్ విల్ హిస్ ఫ్యూచర్ బి. ఇప్పుడు నార్మల్ చిల్డ్రన్ కే మనం అనుకుంటాము కాస్ట్ ఆఫ్ లివింగ్ ఎక్కువైపోయింది, ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఇదైపోయింది, ఎంత చదివినా జాబ్స్ రావటం లేదు. For normal children itself, all parents are getting panic and think about the disabled children parents. So that the feeling of disability factor and that parents will be very worried about the future of their kids. So in order to relieve the parents' tension, few parents they take the role. What type of role do they take? They actually view programs related to the success stories of the inclusive students who have achieved their goal and what sort of problems they have faced to achieve the goal and how did they overcome all their problems. All those things will be told by the parents in the program to the parents of the disabled children. I think I have made it clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Seema, did you understand, Seema? Seema, did you understand? Okay, I'm taking the attendance. Seema? Okay, absent. Tulja Rani? I think they went to kitchen room to put on the cooker. Sunita?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Shraddha?
Yes, ma'am.
Bhargavi?
Yes, ma'am.
Sangamitra?
Yes, ma'am.
Sharana?
Yes, ma'am.